Welcome back folks, I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. You join me in the stunning town of Chamonix as we're over here preparing for the TDS at UTMB week. We thought we'd take this opportunity to give you guys a quick tour of town. So if it's your first time over here for UTMB, hopefully we can calm a few of those big race day nerves and show you all the important locations you're going to need to know over UTMB week. So come along, let's take a tour. So let's start with how you're getting over to the race. So a lot of people will fly in and they'll fly into Geneva Airport and then get a bus transfer over to town. Now there's lots of companies offering that service and this is actually the bus station where a lot of them will drop off. Some of them will take you to your actual accommodation if requested. Now over the years we've used a few companies. Mountain drop-offs tends to be the most popular. They are a little bit more expensive than some, but they do offer a really good, reliable service. So if you're flying into Geneva and getting a bus transfer over, then you're probably going to be stopping at the bus stop at the top of town. If you're hiring a car at the airport or you're jumping in your car and driving all the way over to Chamonix, France, you're obviously going to need somewhere to park your vehicle. So we are currently in Grippon car park, a massive car park in town, and there is other little car parks dotted all over the place. You can already see it's 10:30 on a Tuesday morning and it is pretty busy already. So when you drive over in your car, it can be tricky to find somewhere to park it. Obviously, come race week, there is a massive influx of supporters and runners. So things get really busy in town, and you can actually see behind me, there's a load of camper vans here already. So a lot of runners will drive into town and they will park up in Grippon because you can stay here overnight. And myself and Liga have actually done that ourselves. So I would say if you are driving over to France, then definitely plan ahead and make sure you've got somewhere to park. Behind me is Chamonix train station. So if you are traveling over to the race by train, then this is where you're going to get off. Again, it's situated at the sort of top end of town, but I've never done it myself, but it must be an epic way of getting into Chamonix by train. Also, another great feature when it comes to the train service is if you're staying in Chamonix, whether it be at a campsite, in rented accommodation or at a hotel, you will get a pass that looks like this. Now, this is your free pass when it comes to the train traveling up and down the valley. So you can get out, go and see some of the other beautiful towns or go and get out on some different trails. And you can do that completely free for the duration of your stay with this pass. So such a great service, guys. So make sure you make the most of it. Another really important location when you're traveling overseas is the tourist office, and this is Chamonix and it's located right in the center of town, actually right near the start and finish line of UTMB. A really good tourist information center, great staff, all speak good English. There's free maps, lots of information about what's going on in town. You've got Wi-Fi and you can even buy Chamonix souvenirs inside. It's open 7 days a week from 9 in the morning till 7 in the evening, so lots of access there if you need to find out any information. And while we're here talking about the start line, let's show you the location. This is it. This is the location of the famous UTMB archway. So you can see over there, that's the tourist office that we were just filming at, and that is the iconic church that is featured in the background of so many amazing UTMB videos, including ours. So this is where you want to be if it's your first UTMB at Friday at 6 p.m. and when the music starts blaring out, that amazing start music, it really is an incredible atmosphere and a proper pinch yourself moment. So yeah, hope you're all getting excited for the race, guys, but this is it. This is the start line location. Behind me is Chamonix Leisure Centre, and this is a really important place when it comes to UTMB week. It's about a 10 or 15 minute walk from the centre of town, and this is where you're going to need to come when you need to get registered for any of the races you're doing over UTMB week. The whole registration process at UTMB has been really improved over the last few years. I remember the first time we came in 2015, we were actually queuing all the way down here all the way down this road, and we were standing out in the sunshine for about 2 hours carrying all our kit, which isn't perfect prep for, you know, probably one of the biggest races in your life. So since then, now you get time slots, so you get a given slot and people turn up to go and get their kit checked in, so it tends to be way less busy and you're not going to be waiting for as long. When I say about checking in kit, I really mean checking in kit. They're pretty thorough here at UTMB, and so they should be, because this is a mountain race. So, you know, make sure all your kit is in good order, especially your waterproof jacket, Steve Wyatt. If there's any holes in it or the waterproof layer's gone, it will not pass that kit check. So check all your kit out before you come. Make sure it's in good order, like I said. Obviously, there's lots of sports shops here if you do need to buy any new kit, but you know what they say, no new race kit on race day. So yeah, the sports centre plays a massive part when you're coming over in your UTMB week. Now, this area might be completely empty now, but come UTMB race week, this is where the main race expo takes place. This whole area will be full of stalls and stands from exciting trail running brands, new products, but also they have a race village which is packed full of amazing trail and mountain races from all around the world, and it is very, very tempting. So you might want to leave your wallet and your credit cards at home, but yeah, this is up the top end of town, and this is where the expo takes place. Now, when you're traveling abroad for a race or holiday, a pharmacy is a very important place indeed, and Chamonix has a few of them. So if you're needing medicine because you're feeling poorly, hopefully that won't be the case, or you just need some sun cream or that sticky elastic bandage that you need for your mandatory race kit, then they are available here. And the first time we came over to Chamonix for UTMB, it's quite hard to find that elastic bandage in the UK. We looked everywhere and I couldn't find it because it's very specific. That will be stocked in the pharmacies on race week. Really easy to find them because there is a massive flashing green cross on every pharmacy. And like I say, they're jotted all over town, so you shouldn't have a problem. So in all the excitement of traveling to UTMB, you've forgotten to pack an important piece of your race day kit, then firstly, oops, but secondly, don't worry, because there is some great sports shops in town. So we're standing outside Snell Sports here on the main drag in Chamonix, and if you look down there, it actually takes up 5 shops and it's over 3 floors, and it possibly has everything everybody or every trail runner could ever desire to have. So top tip, if you are traveling overseas to a race, make sure you get your mandatory kit in your hand luggage, just in case your other luggage doesn't turn up on time. So we're in front of Snell Sports, a great sports shop, but there is some other great sports shops in town. There's also a massive Intersports, and this is right in the centre of town, and you actually run right past this if you make it to that iconic finish at UTMB. A huge sports shop spread over 4 or 5 floors. Again, everything you could possibly desire if you are a trail runner. And finally, we have the Ravenel Sports Shop. Again, established in 1897, so one of the oldest sports shops in town. This is up the top of town by the Alpina Galleria, actually near where the UTMB Expo takes place. Again, a really well-stocked sports shop with all the brands, but don't be tempted, no new trail running kit on race day. Now, if you've been to Chamonix town before, you'll probably know that it can be an expensive place to come and stay, and eating out can cost you a small fortune. But over the years, myself and Liga have discovered a couple of places that, you know, produce really good value food but is super tasty, and one of them is just behind me there. So Poco Loco, they're predominantly a burger restaurant. They cater for meat lovers, vegetarians and vegans, and all the food is cooked fresh to order. It's been established in town for a long time. It became really popular amongst the climbing fraternity looking for good value, tasty food. We actually ate there the other night. We had a vegetarian hash brown burger. It was super tasty. When they brought it out to us, it was massive. It was the side of my head, and it would have probably have fed a small family of 4. We had a burger each and some chips, and it only cost us 23 euros, so great value for money. So if you are looking for somewhere to eat and you're on a budget, then I would definitely recommend Poco Loco, and it's got a really quirky atmosphere there as well. So it's a great restaurant to come and visit. But yeah, definitely good, affordable food at Poco Loco. Next on the list when it comes to reasonable places to eat in town is the restaurant behind me, and it's called Cool Cats. It's actually a artisan hot dog restaurant, and funny story that only took us 2 years to work out that it's an artisan hot dog restaurant and it's called Cool Cats. Yeah, a clever name, and obviously a bit too clever for myself and Liga. So this is actually one of Liga's favourites, and we've visited here several times. In fact, we visit here several times every trip. Really tasty hot dogs. They also accommodate, you know, vegetarians, vegans and meat lovers, and they have other things on the menu. It's not just hot dogs. What I will say is if you expect to turn up here and get a seat within minutes and have your food in front of you within minutes, then you will be probably disappointed, because this place is super busy, and it's super busy because the food is so tasty. Everything is cooked fresh to order, so definitely worth checking out when you are in town. And that is Cool Cats if you want any tasty food at a really affordable price. Another great affordable food option in town is using the bakeries, and behind us is one of our favourites, so Pain de Traditionnel in my finest French accent. They really do have some great quality products, from baguettes, sandwiches, amazing pastries for your breakfast, and some proper tasty cakes. They're open 7 days a week from 6:30 till 7 in the evening, and you can see we're pretty early in the morning still in town, and there's people queuing out the door already, so it's very, very popular and great value. So don't get there too late, because you will miss out, because they pretty much sell out of everything every day. But yeah, a great affordable food option. So if you are a coffee lover like myself and you like a good hit of caffeine now and again, then I'll let you into a little secret. The coffee in France is pretty terrible, but there is one saving grace, and it is behind me, and it is Moody Coffee Roasters. Now, if you're looking for a tasty flat white, a good strong espresso, or just a nice milky cappuccino, then this is the place to come. It's owned by a lovely British couple that have been here for 16 years, and they take immense pride in what they do. It really is fantastic coffee, and I've tried coffee from all over the place, and this is up there with the best of them. So like I said, if you are a coffee lover, you definitely need to check out Moody Coffee Roasters. And to be honest, while we're here, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So you've got your accommodation all sorted out for the race, whether you're camping, staying in an apartment or a hotel. Obviously, if you're here for some time, then washing your clothes is super important. Now, don't worry if you don't have access to a washing machine, because there is lots of laundrettes all over town. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. We tend to use this one at the top of town because it's close to the campsite and it is fully automated, so it couldn't be any simpler to use. Now, the other reason we use this particular laundrette is because that is the view from the door of the laundrette, believe it or not. So you've got a stunning view of Mont Blanc while you're waiting for your washing to be done. It's really important that you stay hydrated when you're in town preparing for your big race. So if you follow me, what you need, an empty bottle, and then you've got these fountains with fresh, cold, well, normally you have fountains with nice cold mountain water. It looks like they're not working. The good thing is, the sign says they're going to be back in order on the 18th of this month. So you'll be able to bring your bottles and top up with nice, fresh, cold mountain water. Now that you're all really hydrated after drinking all that lovely cold mountain water, you'll need to know where the public toilets are. Now, there is toilets all over town. Some are better than others, and they can be quite hard to find on Google Maps because they don't show up. I would personally recommend the toilets in Agua de Midi, the cable car station. Don't worry, you don't have to go up to 3,800 meters to use them. They're in the building just behind, and they are really nice, clean toilets. And in fact, they're pretty much like a 5-star hotel. So if you need the toilet, I would definitely recommend coming here to use them. So we have made it back to the iconic church, and that's going to be the backdrop to your forthcoming adventure. Really hope you've enjoyed the tour. It's another glorious day here in Chamonix, and it's looking like it could be a hot race this year, so be prepared for hot weather, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope the tour has shown you some of the places that are going to be of interest when you're here for UTMB week, and maybe it's calmed down a few of those big race day nerves. If you've been to Chamonix before for UTMB, then you know what's coming, you know what to expect. If it is your first time this year, then just get ready and prepare yourself for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Coming UTMB week on the Monday, we are going to actually be holding a shakeout run on Monday morning at 9 o'clock, and we're going to be meeting at the famous start-finish arch. So if you want to come along for a little run, we're only going to go short down by the river. It's going to be about 3 or 4 miles. It's going to have 0 elevation, that's for sure, because the TDS actually starts Monday at midnight. So just a nice steady run out. It'd be great to meet some of you viewers, to put some sort of faces to names. So please, if you want to come along, feel free, and you're going to get a very exclusive Run4Adventure Chamonix bumper sticker if you come along as well. So it's definitely worth the trip. But thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you've enjoyed this sort of whistle-stop tour of the town. We'll be back on the channel very soon, and as always, stay safe and keep on running.